Los Angeles, 1985. A dark figure slips silently through the shadows of a quiet home, eyes glinting with something cold and electric. Richard Ramirez isn't just breaking in, he's about to rewrite terror itself. But what twisted fires forged a man who dared to own death like a trophy? The story behind the Night Stalker isn't what you expect, it's darker, stranger, and far more seductive. And we're about to peel back every layer. Before the Night Stalker's reign, Ramirez's childhood whispers secrets of evil waiting to bloom. His early life didn't just set the stage, it shattered it. Ramirez grew up in El Paso, Texas, under the shadow of abuse and a cousin who was a Vietnam vet showing him photo albums of mutilated bodies. This horrifying exposure merged with his fragile home life, his father's brutality and his mother's neglect to feed a darkness few could escape. Think of trauma like molten metal, raw, malleable, searing hot. If poured into a warped mold like neglect and fascination with death, it hardens into something twisted but strong, creating paths where destiny and darkness collide. Ramirez's story shocks because it reminds us, monsters don't wear masks. His charm and good looks drew women in, a seductive coil hiding ruthless intent. We fear stranger danger, but sometimes the real evil is the person who blurs comfort in chaos. The city of Los Angeles holds its breath. Ramirez moves like a shadow, silent, predatory, unstoppable. His crimes aren't just brutal, they're a dark symphony choreographed for fear itself. Ramirez struck with chilling precision, breaking in through back doors, often at night, using a hammer or a knife, never hesitating to murder whole families. One 1985 attack in the Maywood neighborhood involved him climbing through a window, brutally attacking 5 people and leaving scratches carved with satanic symbols. His combination of ritual and rage created a nightmare blueprint. Fears like poison in a water supply. It spreads undetected, infecting everything. Neighbors distrust neighbors, patrols grow paranoid, every creak amplifies dread. LA's police were chasing shadows, while civilians armed themselves, lighting candles and even hunting Ramirez themselves. The city fractured under a suffocating fog of terror. The manhunt's climax came when Ramirez was recognized by ordinary citizens. Cornered on a street in East LA, he was beaten by a mob before police arrested him. This civilian defiance reshaped the narrative. Fear could ignite courage, and control could be wrested back, even from the darkest of forces. Most killers fade after capture. Ramirez's story digs deeper. Interviews on death row reveal a complex mind, a seductive evil. What drives a man who calls himself the devil? On death row, Ramirez spoke openly, unapologetic, almost thrilled by his identity as a devil worshipper. He described a life philosophy where fear wielded his power taken. Unlike other criminals racked by guilt, he owned his infamy, basking in the dark aura it gave him. His brooding looks and magnetic personality drew women even after his capture, like moths to a flame. This isn't just about charisma, it's the seductive pull of forbidden danger. It showed how charisma can blur morality, trapping people in a limbo of fascination and fear. The final take: power isn't just physical, it's psychological, born from the ability to terrify and control. Ramirez held a mirror to society's darkest impulses, reminding us the real power lies with those willing to cross lines others fear. And that's a lesson we all carry. Back in that quiet LA home, the shadow moves again, not just a man, but a mirror reflecting our darkest fears and desires. Ramirez's story forces us to ask, what must it take for fear to control you, or for you to reclaim control from fear? Try this: look your discomfort in the eye, don't turn away. Power begins the moment you refuse to be a victim. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.